He was on that show.
Hi, this is No Ordinary Voice of Spiritual Ventriloquism. You are listening to the dummy himself. Here's Brother Rich here tonight. Just thought I would come in and check in my time, punch the clock. Well, you do know that along the lines of patriarchal marriage and polygyny, one of the things that people have never considered is, one, a scientific study that's been done on the nature of animals, and that is a gal who is an evolutionary scientist. Though I do not agree with the theory of evolution, I do consider that her work is pretty solid. What she did was a study on mammals, and during the study she determined that basically the size of the package that a male possesses determines whether he's going to be more monogamous as far as mammals are concerned, going to be more monogamous or more polygynous as monogamous based on the size of the package, as far as in proportion to body mass. Well, and of course sheep are probably have the largest size per pounds of body mass. And she did this scientific study to find out the nature of animals, because we very well know that, like especially in your canine animals, dogs and coyotes, jackals, unclean animals, that they have a tendency to be more monogamous. And what I mean by that is that they will, like most Americans, commit serial polygyny or have these hypocritical relationships off to the side. They will, of course, participate in, any free love that they might be able to run into. But as in general, they will generally stick with one female. That's very true in dogs and wolves and things like that. They have a preference to run with a particular female. Well, anyway, their whole lives, as a matter of fact. And whereas other animals who have a larger testicular size for body mass, such as sheep and goats, for example, which is our biblical phrase. Israel is the sheep of his pasture, not the dog of his pasture, the jackal of his pasture, the coyote of his pasture, but the sheep of his pasture. They have very large testicular mass for body mass, and therefore have a tendency to be more polygynous or polygynously oriented. What I would probably also throw in here is they're comparing, because mammals are mammals. I'm not saying that man is any different, but he does share some common traits with animals, being that all mammals suckle their young. And it's no different with men than it is with sheep or goats or cows or anything else in that class. It says that when Noah was commanded to take animals upon the ark, he was commanded to take of the clean animals by sevens. Clean animals by sevens, the male singular and his female singular. Now that doesn't really quite make sense. And then it says that of the unclean, he was to take by twos, the male singular and his female singular. Well, that's easy to figure out. That's monogamy 101 there. So anyway, but the problem is that the clean animals were by sevens, the male and his female. Now, if we were going to apply a monogamous a monogamous principle to that, then you would have 3 males and 3 females, just like the unclean. But that would leave a female odd and out. Now we have a mathematical issue. Do the math, if you will. Some male is going to have to assume the responsibility for the 6th female, or the 7th female. If in fact it was 3 males and 3 females, but by sevens you have even numbers and odd number that cannot be resolved. So some male is going to have 2, while the rest of them enjoy only 1. So we should say that in the animal kingdom, for the most part, the males are monogamous with their female, except the one female who's left to be lonely or in spinsterhood or get the occasional drive-by lover. And that is how Yah was going to take care of that when he commanded it. So anyway, you see the moral and ethical issues that are involved here. Anyway, it's funny. But the bottom line is the clean, it was 1 male and 6 females. Can you possibly imagine 3 males rutting it out every deer season or whatever on the ark, you know, deer blocking horns and, you know, stuff like that to try to, you know, compete for the affection and the attention of the females is just, you know, I think that would have been a lot of chaos on the ark to have that type of a situation going on. So if you just do the math, and that's something we don't do in this generation, we really don't think. We don't think in mathematical terms. Yah is the ultimate mathematician. He's brilliant. He is absolutely precise every time, and he never fails. So do the math. 1 male, 6 females of the clean. Of the unclean, the male and his female. Not saying that monogamy is unclean, but you have to start somewhere. Anyway, but that to, you know, use that as a compulsory thing is just not even sensical in biblical language. So just give you something to think about. Again, if there's anything that I've said that seems unsettling to you, I suggest that next time you bring the life jacket. Have a good night. Bye.